So the first thing your survey needs is an introduction, so that people know why they're completing the survey, and it's just a polite way really of asking them to complete it properly. So we're going to go to the insert menu and use a text box, and then just underneath your title we can write a quick introduction. And you want to say something along the lines of, please spend 5 minutes filling out our survey about your favourite holiday destinations. So something like that, but in your own words, obviously. I'm just going to centre align all of this. I might put a little border, go for a purple one, stick to our colour scheme. Perhaps do the title in bold. Right, and then it's time to start asking some questions. So, the first thing we need to know is the person's name. So I'm going to write Q1 in this box. Name, and then I want a space for them to fill out their name. I'm going to put a thick border around it. I'm just going to resize this bit so there's enough room for them to type their full name. It's resized my text box there. I'm just going to pop that back. Right, so question 2 could be something along the lines of, how many holidays do you go on a year? If you talk to someone that they've never been on holiday before, or they go on 0 holidays a year, you perhaps wouldn't really take as much notice of their information, so it's important to know that kind of thing. So, how many holidays have you been on in the last 3 years, I'll ask them. And again, I'm going to start respacing my boxes so we've got enough room for all of this. And this time, instead of letting them type in, what I want to do is give them like a choice of different answers. So I'm going to use a drop-down box. The way you do that, when you're selected where you want the answer to go to Data, and then where it says Data Validation, this one here, click on the drop-down, choose Data Validation, and in there, instead of allowing any value, if you tell it that you want a list, and then you can put all your choices in separated by a comma. So you can start off with, you could say none would be the first choice. Make sure you put a comma then a space. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8, and then I might have more than 8 can be my last option. Press OK. Now on your spreadsheet, when you're clicked on this box, you see it has a drop-down menu and people can pick the option which they want to go in to that answer. So that's a good way of doing that. I'll just put a border around that question as well. So we've got our second question there. Third question, you could say, do you prefer to holiday in England or abroad? Again, I would make another option box for this, so I'll put the border on it while I'm there. And it's Data Validation, choose a list. And then your two choices were England or abroad. Just check that works so people can choose where they prefer to go on holiday. Question 4, I'm going to ask them what continent they like to visit most, like Europe, Asia, Australia, things like that. What is your favourite continent visit. And we'll put some options in there, just put the border on, then data, validation, list. So the continents are Europe, Asia, Australia, North America, South America. You could have Antarctica if you want, but I'm going to leave that one off. I don't think that'll be a popular option. So people can choose where they'd like to go on holiday. I'm going to ask them how much a holiday should cost, because that's quite important for the travel agents to know. With this one, the text has gone over into the next one. I don't want to keep making this one wider. So for this question, I'm going to highlight where I've done my writing in the cell underneath. If you go to Home, you can press this Merge and Center button. And then if you click the Wrap Text button as well, it'll put it all in one box for you, makes it a bit easier. So I'm going to do a multiple choice drop down box on this one, data again, click on validation, and we'll have a list. So I'll say under £500, 500 to 999, 1000 to 199. Or over 2000. So we can pick that from the list. Then the last question I'm going to ask how many people they go on holiday with. So question 6. And this question's important because you need to know whether people are going on family holidays or whether they just need like a small room if it's just themselves, or perhaps just with their partner. So if I go to data, validation, and then list, I can put in all the choices there. So first one could be on my own, with a partner or friend. With 2 to 3. Oh, actually, that should say 3 to 4. Whoops. With 3 to 4 other people. And my last option can be with 5 or more people. Okay, right, let's check that one works. Oh, I've made a spelling mistake there. If you make a spelling mistake, go back to data validation and you can fix your spelling in there. There we go, that should be better. Okay, so that's how to make a survey. In the next video, we'll have a look at how you turn some of this information into graphs and things like that, or how you collect more than one lot of information from one person.